Okay, Falcha Rash Arist, Cacht Fihis a Hien. You're very welcome back. So, I'm sure everyone knows the score by now. If you don't, you really should start by lesson 1. There'll be a link up there somewhere. You have to do the full series of lessons. So, where were we? Can you remember how to say, I like Donegal? Ismailium Tirchonal. Ismailium Tirchonal. So what about, I have to go to Donegal? Cahime Gulga Tirchonal. Cahime Gulga Tirchonal. In the summer? Satauru. Satauru. I have to go to Donegal in the summer. Summer. Cahime Gulga Tirchonal Satauru. I was in Spain. Vime Suspan. There's a great wee word that you can use to say last year, and it's anuri. Anuri. So say, I was in Spain last year. Vime Suspan anuri. Can you say, I don't like Spain? Ní mailum and Spawn. Can you say, because it was too hot? Do you remember too hot? It was raw hay. So say because was mar. Okay, so because it was too hot. Marvisha raw hay. Say, I prefer Donegal. Is farlium Tirchonal. Now, whenever we say in Donegal, there's a slight sound change at the start of Tirchonal, like when you're saying in Derry is in Nira. The Dira becomes in Nira, or when you say in Belfast, Belfarstia becomes in Melfarstia. In Melfarstia, we've seen those before. We've heard them before. Tirchonal becomes I Tirchonal. Diachonal. In Donegal, Diachonal. So, how would you say, I was in Donegal last year? Vime Diachonal anuri. Well done. How would you say, I was in Derry last year? Vime nura anuri. Say we. So it's not we may, you'll use mudge. We were in Belfast last year. Vi mudge imulfarsja anuri. Very good. Say, but it was too hot. Ach vi sharohe. Say, I like Donegal. Ismailium Tirchonal. Good. Say because again. Mar. Right? So, because there is a castle. Marta Kashlan an. Very good. Put the whole thing together. I like Donegal because there's a castle. Ismailium Tirchonal Marta Kashlan an. Now let's see if we can distinguish between County Donegal and Donegal Town. And of course you can say, you're probably aware, Donegal is Donegal as well. And we're using Tirchonal because I think it sounds cool. But if you mean Donegal Town, you're going to use Donegal. And to be extra specific, we're going to say Balya Runanal. Do you hear that? Run. It's not Dunanal, but Balya Runanal. Balya Runanal. Right. Just say Donegal Town. Balya Runanal. Now, if Belfarstia becomes Immelfarstia and Dublin, Ballyclia becomes Immallyclia, in Malia Clia. What's Ballyruinanal going to become when you say in Donegal town? Yeah, in Ballyruinanal. So say, I was in Donegal town. Vi me Ballyruinanal. Say, I like Donegal town. Is Smailium Ballyruinanal because there's a castle. Martha Cashlan on. Say, but I prefer Glanholmkillia. Glanholmkillia. Go on. But I prefer Glanholmkill. Ach is farlium Glanholmkillia because there's a beach. Martha tra on. Now, remember how to say it was hot. Visha che. And we also did it wasn't hot. Ní rosha che. So we've connected V and the negative is ní ro. It wasn't. V it was, ní ro it wasn't. We've used ro elsewhere as well. We said, where were you on where were you in the summer? Go on. Yeah. Ka ro tu Satauru. Or where were you on holidays? Yeah. Ka ro tu Erlehintasira. Very good. But we can also use ro just to ask the question, were you in Donegal? And that's anro. Anro. And it's very often pronounced, the an part of it's very often pronounced very subtly, very quietly. So it's nearly like row, and row, a row. So how would you say, were you in Derry? Row to Nura, and row to Nura. Very good. How would you say, were you in Donegal town last year? Row to Ballyruinanal and Derry. Very good. Now, if you want to just answer to say that you were in Donegal town last year, it's just one word, just V. That's it. I was. It's not even V may, it's just V. No to Ballyruinanal and Derry, V. Now you can continue, you can say more stuff after that, but just yes. There is no word for yes, it's just you say V. And if you want to say no, it's ní ro. Okay? Ask the question again. Were you in Donegal town last year? No to Ballyruinanal and Derry. I was. V. Or simply yes. Yeah. Do the question one more time. Were you in Donegal town last year? No to Ballyruinanal and Derry. No. Ní ro. Say, I was in Glencolmkill. Vi me in Glanholmkillia. Did you hear that? I'm not sure if I pointed that out. I apologise. Glanholmkillia becomes in Glanholmkillia. Mlan. In Glanholmkillia. Do that again. In Glencolmkill. In Glanholmkillia. Say, I was in Glencolmkill. Vi me in Glanholmkillia. Because I prefer Glencolmkill. Mar is farliam Glanholmkillia. Because there's a beach. Mar ta tra on. Do you remember how to say I went to? Hui me. Good. And then go is going to be to. So to say to Glencolmkill is going to be, yeah, good Glanholmkillia. So we're going to say, I was in Donegal town last year. Go on. Vi me Ballyruinanal and Derry. And I went to Glencolmkill. Because hui me good Glanholmkillia. Well done. Do you remember how to say it was too cold? Bhí sé rá uair. Bhí sé rá uair. So say, but in Glenconkill it was too cold. Ach in Lanchonkille bhí sé rá uair. Say, I prefer donegal time. Is fearr liom bailliú ghine ná. Do you remember how to say there's good crack? Bhí crack way hun. How would you say? Right, how would you say, I was in Glenconkill last year and there was good crack? Bhí mé in Lanchonkille in Derry, agus bhí crack way on. And say, but it was too cold. Ach bhí sé rá uair. Right, we'll leave it there for now. My chef. Ihoai.